to the next level. So right around the halfway mark, we're starting to see MVP candidates emerge. Shaq, you won that honor back in 2000, putting up tremendous numbers.
Yeah, I had a career high in averages, points, and assists, and that was the year of my first championship, Bernie.
Shaq, do you think you should have won more than one MVP?
I sure did. I got robbed twice.
I think overall in your career you should have had 4. But in 2000, when I was working as a student analyst watching you, man, that was a great Laker team.
I appreciate you very much.
Pleasure to know you. Honor to be sitting here next to you. Isn't this guy the greatest?
Man, it's Shaq Mendes.
This from earlier on, the Nuggets getting off the team bus and showing their fashion sense. Gotta make a grand entrance when you're on the road. And the game arrivals sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The bright lights and tall buildings of downtown Los Angeles setting the scene for us here tonight. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. D.A., take it away.
Nuggets coach Mike Malone is the son of longtime NBA assistant coach Brendan Malone, who was on the staff with the late Chuck Daly in Detroit when the Pistons won back-to-back NBA titles. Malone's dad told him not to get into coaching with its nomadic lifestyle and volatility. Michael said, "I knew the pitfalls. My father said, all right, if you're going to be a coach, be a great coach. If you have a passion, you've got to follow that passion." Kevin?
That's some pretty sound advice. Thanks, D.A. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You look at Denver. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. And, of course, the Los Angeles Clippers, a game behind.
And, you know, for the Nuggets, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. Grant down low with Jokic. And it's Barton in at the small forward position. And for Los Angeles, Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward.
And you look at how the Nuggets have become the team they are. A lot has to do with player development.
Exactly. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Denver has done a great job in the draft. Identify talent, stick to your guns in choosing that talent, then build it, develop it. Their front office has been fantastic. You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
Beverley, the pass to Zubac. He kicks to George. High, arcing shot. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. And that one drops.
Maintaining his balance all the way through. Harris, tough to stop, even on these physical finishes.
Pass to Zubac. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. And here's Denver, 4-point game. Murray surveying the D. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Harris misses.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Beverley against Murray. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. And it's Jokic missing. And so Beverley will bring it up for Los Angeles. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
And, you know, the guys on the bench have great confidence in themselves. And when their name was called, they were ready to compete and contribute.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
What's up?
And the free throw, no good. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have two elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
Harris against George. Pass to Jokic. Good, and Harris gets the assist. Jokic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Tough shot that time by Jokic, finishing through contact. Great display of power and strength by Nikola Jokic.
George passes to Leonard. They get the rebound, and it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard.
A moment here now to see the numbers for Kawhi Leonard. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. 4th in free throw percentage. And he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And he's been deadly from the free throw line. Only a handful of players are shooting a better percentage. Phenomenal asset to have on your team. Now, here's Jokic. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Grant surveying the D. Shot clock at 5. Fades and shoots. Jokic again. Jokic has got 6 points.
Already finding his spots and capitalizing, playing really efficient basketball.
Clippers trail by 5. Ball's knocked loose and out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Some of the great passing small forwards in the NBA on your screen right now. These are the assist leaders at that position in the past month. The 4th spot held by Kawhi Leonard.
The passes we've seen some of these guys make from the wing, just outstanding, truly gifted distributors.
I tell you what, you could put the isolated cam on these guys and you would notice how flawlessly they execute those entry passes. They create so many easy baskets in the low post because of how on time and on target those feeds are.
And George with the stuff.
And George really good at recognizing his fast break opportunities and torching the defense with his speed and athleticism in transition.
Now here's Murray. He had 16 points in the win against Detroit.
And his passing also off the charts in that game. In just about every aspect of their offense, he was dialed in.
Well, I love how crafty Jokic is. You know, he basically baits defenders into committing the foul once he gets deep position.
You know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots just aren't found in that center position.
And the first one drops. You know, Greg, Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball.
And Jokic drops them both.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac. The pass to Leonard. On the wing, George. Guarded by Harris. From deep. Rebound by Murray. Passes it to Harris. And another miss by Denver.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Now here's Murray. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. George against Harris. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Not the best of shot selection there, but you know what? You do not look a gift horse in the mouth.
Pass to Morris. Outside, George. Back to Morris. The fader. And it's Denver with the rebound. On the wing, Harris. Defended by George. Outside for Murray. That one goes. Count it.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Gary Harris.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from George. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
And George drops them both.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Barton outside. Here's Craig. He averages about 5 points a game. Here's Millsap, and he banks in the layup.
Yeah, Millsap doing good work there with the extra possession, converting on the offensive glass.
Pass to Leonard. Fades away. And the shot goes in. Leonard's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. The Nuggets leading by 5. Here's Craig. Murray outside. Kicks to Barton. A 3-ball. Nailed from three-point land. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling. Off to a very good start offensively as a result.
A nice shot by George.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Craig passes to Millsap. Murray outside. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Jokic finds Murray. Millsap's against Morris. Millsap passes to Murray. Over Beverly. Murray, no good.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
Landry Shamet's checked in for Los Angeles. Williams comes in for Patrick Beverly. And Denver also making a switch. Porter's checked in for Will Barton. Here's Leonard. He picked up 24 points in their last win against the Suns in Phoenix.
A gigantic game for him at the free throw line. He was an instigator, drawing a ton of contact and really just hunting for the whistle.
Really difficult to contain Paul George in these pick and roll sets because of his speed. I mean, that's one element that gives him a great advantage. He's really good at making decisions in tight spaces and in these pick and roll situations.
And right
That was a strong dunk.
And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
Now, here's Jokic. He's coming off a 16-point game against Detroit.
and equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Here's Craig. No points in the game yet for him. He kicks to Porter. Jokic against Harrell. Clock at 6. Here's Murray. And the rejection by Harrell. Shamet on the wing. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
A different look for the Clippers. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in for George. McRae's checked in for Denver. Monte Morris comes in for Murray. Now, here is Morris. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Millsap passes to Porter. Great D that time from Green.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
The Nuggets trail by 3. Here's Morris. The teardrop falls in. And Clark, your love for the Buckeye State has never been questioned. What was the best part of growing up as a kid in Ohio?
Well, I think a number of things. One, having family around, extended family as well as immediate family, but also the sports love that exists throughout the state and being able to experience that and enjoy that with my dad and siblings. That's special. And having a career in basketball that I've had makes it even more special.
Outside Millsap. And the pass to Morris. Just 5 on the clock. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Here's Porter. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Los Angeles leading by 3. 58 seconds left in the first quarter. Williams inside. Rebound by the Nuggets. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Craig passes to Morris. Porter trying to free himself up. Morris, no good. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Here's Williams. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. And the Clippers lead by 5. The Nuggets shooting 45% from the floor since the game got underway. Morris against Jackson. Now, here is Morris. Not a lot of room. Right side, Millsap. And it's good off the back rim and in. Millsap's got his second basket of the night.
He's got the perpetual green light, and Millsap has always been a dead-eye scorer from here.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick, turned star in the league, talks about what the game means to him.
Basketball, like passion, love. Like that is the thing I play. Like when I know 4, 6, 7 years old, I don't know. Like basketball is always in my life. That like I think it's passion. I think it's passion.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the Nuggets, we've got Paul Millsap. Morris is out there with McCray. Then it's Porter. And it's Craig in at the 3 spot. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas. David, thank you.
The quick release. Let's just call him Sweet Lou, pumping it in from deep.
Millsap with it, guarded now by Jackson. Poke loose, and there's a whistle. That goes on Landry Shamet. That's his first foul. Harris is checked in for the Nuggets.
Gary Harris.
Now, here is Morris. 6 on the shot clock. Fires for 3. Another 3 for Denver. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Williams looking over the floor. The 9-foot shot. Goes back up. And Harrell with the lay-in. Good. And the Clippers lead by 1.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Green against Morris. The dish to Porter. That one good for 2.
And how about the strength from the big fella? Porter is used to having to power through contact.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Nuggets.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Free throw good, Porter.
And the medical red flags for Michael Porter Jr. caused him to slide to the Nuggets in the 2018 draft. 2 back surgeries in less than a year. An injury suffered initially in his sophomore year of high school. The risk is there, but if his body holds up, potentially a star in the making.
Now, here's Shamet. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. He gets it in there.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
You know, guys, if they're inside, that shot probably gets blocked. But from mid-range, I mean, he's able to get it off over the bigger defender there.
Porter, no luck. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Williams, no good that time. Now Denver takes it the other way. Morris, left side. Green with the block, but they get it back. Here's Millsap, another shot. Green with the rebound. The Clippers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Jackson against Morris. Now Jackson. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Phoenix. From deep three-point range, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And let's quickly check in on the season's top rookie rebounders so far. Fifth on the list, Michael Porter.
And, you know, rebounding was a skill that I thought would translate to the NBA for him. We knew he could board with the best of them, and he has not disappointed.
Yeah, rebounding always transfers and translates to the next level. He's been a bull in a china shop, out working, out hustling guys, and he's really got terrific instincts to the basketball.
Morris looking over the floor. From deep. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got 4 rebounds in this game. And that one's good, Shamet. Shamet's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Morris with the ball. Now Green defending. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell. Or do you think on average rookies are having a greater impact on their teams now than in decades past?
I really don't think so, Kevin. You can go back and look at the numbers historically. Every draft class usually has 6 to 10 rookies that have a significant impact on their respective teams. And of those 10, perhaps 10 or 12, maybe only a few are going to be on playoff teams just because of the nature of the draft. I don't really think that's changed tremendously over the decades.
Free throw good for Morris. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Morris is checked in for JaMychal Green. Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. Paul George is checked in for Lou Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. The Nuggets also changing it up. Jokic is checked in for Millsap. Jeremy Grant comes in for Porter. And Barton subbed in for Jordan McRae. And Morris drops them both. For Los Angeles, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Barton against Beverley. Now here's Leonard. Tight defense on him. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Now, here is Morris. He has 7 and stolen by Harrell. Now the Clippers moving it up. And it's George finishing it off.
Boy, when George is this aggressive with his offense, it's a sight to behold when he gets rolling. Just get out of the way and let him have the marquee.
Here's Barton. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Here's Jokic. Great D that time from Harrell.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Now Barton. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. That's tipped. Stolen by Beverly. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, I tell you what, George has tremendous bounce ability. It's always fun to see him launch and throw it down.
Denver calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
The Clippers making a switch here. Zubats is checked in, and Denver also making a switch. Murray's checked in. The Nuggets trail by 6. Passes to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
Beverly finds Leonard. Puts it up from 12. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Martin surveying the floor. And Jokic throws it down.
Leaving folks open around Barton is a no-no. He'll torch you whenever you do that.
LA's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's Leonard. Count the basket. Leonard's got 12 in the game.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
For 3, Murray. Offensive rebound. Jokic. And another shot. That won't go. He's failed to score in 6 of his 11 tries from the field. And George kicks to Morris. Back to George. Dishes it to Beverly. 6 to shoot. Poked away. And here is Murray. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. Clippers moving the ball around. And again, the turnover by the Clippers.
And with the break in the action, let's look at the stats for George. Averaging 21 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And you can't help but be impressed by his numbers.
You know, guys, I think he's the engine of this offense. He makes them go. Without his scoring, I think they'd be a totally different team.
Now here is Harris. 9 points last game. Back to Murray. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Clark, who do you think is the best center right now, spacing the floor and also embracing the traditional responsibilities of a center?
Boy, I tell you, it wasn't until the playoffs of this past season that I got to see Jokic. My goodness, he is a
Something
joy
wow.
to watch. His footwork, his shot making, his skill, and I think his passing is probably the best attribute of his game. but I would put him in that category because he can make a deep three. Embiid is streaky from there. In terms of the balanced approach, I think probably you could throw Karl Anthony Towns in that mix.
Good names. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Harris. And Morris drops them both.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markieff, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
Now, here's Jokic. He's got 12. Back to Murray. Pass to Craig. Over George. The Nuggets with another miss.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Leonard. That's tipped. Here's Craig. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Barton. Grant outside. Jokic with it. They could use a bucket. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
I am very impressed with the poise Jokic has shown tonight. He's been unflappable no matter what they've thrown at him.
Beverly the pass to Zubac. He dishes it to George. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Murray with it. Over Beverly. It's tipped. Stolen by Zubac. Beverly against Murray. Morris kicks to Zubac. 1:51 left to play here in the second quarter. Now here's Murray. Now the pass to Barton. Passes it to Jokic. Over Beverly. Jokic, no good. Clippers leading by 6. And here's George for 3. Craig pulls it in.
You know, after making 1 3 in the first quarter, he's had none here so far in the second.
Murray against George. Murray outside. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 4 assists now tonight. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. Pass to Zubac. Now the feed to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home, Kevin. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Craig passes to Grant. Leonard against Barton. Murray for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard's got his 4th rebound in this one. And here's George for 3. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 8th rebound here tonight. 26 seconds left in the first half.
You know, it took a little time for Jokic to understand how to draw contact and get himself to the foul line, but he's figured it out now.
The Nuggets shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
And that one misses.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for Marcus Morris. Lou Williams is checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly.
You know, one of the things I like about Jokic's game is that he's a great passer for a center. And in many ways, his game reminds me of Vlade Divac.
Now here's Jackson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Clock is at 3. His three-pointers off the mark. In a game that's been fairly even so far. We've got Marcus Morris. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now here's Murray. Over Beverley. It's hauled in by George.
And I have just been so impressed with the way Jamal Murray has added to his game. Keeps pushing himself every offseason to make the most of his abilities as a player and continues to be a consistent threat from the outside.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint. I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
To the paint. Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 5 assists in the game. And with Murray, Greg, you forget how young he is. He entered the NBA right out of his freshman year at Kentucky.
I mean, Murray was taken 7th in his draft and has kind of flown under the radar from that class. But the more you watch him, the more you feel like you're seeing a star in the making.
Clock at 4. The deep 3 from George. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Harris has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Lou Williams won 6th Man of the Year for the 3rd time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate.
Oh!
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Harris against George. Harris kicks to Jokic. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
And now we get a moment to see the numbers for Barton. He's around 14 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
Tipped away. Now Beverley. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Leonard. That shot misses. And the Nuggets going the other way. Pass to Barton. Harris outside. The dish to Murray. Shot clock at 6. And here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. Oh, what a dunk!
And, you know, the intensity Leonard plays with on defense is impressive, using his huge hands to claw the ball away.
George against Harris. A nice shot by George. And it's a 10-point Los Angeles lead. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Three-pointer, Barton, and the rejection by Zubats. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Murray against Beverly. Here's Grant. Second shot opportunity, and that's 2 points on the layup. Grant's got his second bucket of the night.
And Grant really embraces contact, relishes it, as a matter of fact. He has no fear going to the rim or going into a shot.
At the tip. Goes up again, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
For Los Angeles, they have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far. That free throw, no good. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. And then for Denver, Paul Millsap is checked in for Grant. Michael Porter comes in for Will Barton. And Morris subbed in for Gary Harris. And he's good on the second. Here's Morris. He's got 7. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
There's the pass to Murray. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Clippers moving the ball around. And that one's good. Leonard.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Kicks it to Porter. Out to the wing. Puts it up from 17. Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Nikola Jokic. Beverly deciding where to go with it. Six to shoot. Leonard against Porter. From deep three-point range, Porter pulls it in. The Nuggets trail by 11. Morris right side. Takes the 13-footer. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And that one's good. Beverly's got the lead up to 13 now for the Clippers.
Tremendous focus from the little man, Patrick Beverly there.
Murray against Beverly. Murray kicks to Millsap. That one wide left. Los Angeles leading by 13. Inside. And Harrell slams it in.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Murray against Beverly. Millsap has the open look. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Leonard. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
For Los Angeles, they have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
The free throw drops for Zubats. A different look for the Clippers. Landry Shamit's checked in for Leonard. Williams comes in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Denver also making some changes. Torrey Craig comes in for Jokic. And it's Jordan McRae in for Jamal Murray. Both good from the line that time. Here's Morris. He has 7. Passes it to Porter. And yes, it's good. Porter's got 9.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
GA drafted after only playing 3 games at the University of Missouri. A lot of people probably hadn't seen Michael Porter Jr. play basketball. But with that in mind, describe his game for us now.
Kevin, at 6'10", he's a fluid athlete with tremendous shot-making ability. Grew up one of 7 kids, homeschooled. They all played ball. He's had a basketball in his hands from a very young age, and you can see it in his approach.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one.
Yeah, a former 5-star recruit. We know about the talent level with Porter, but he's also a mature, hard-working guy.
He hits the second from the line. Regarding super teams, Clark, you and I have talked a lot about this. Many fans view them in a negative light, but they're actually something we've seen around in this game for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. So often we become prisoners of the present and we forget about what transpired in the past, but the Celtics in the 60s were as dominant as any team in the history of the game. The Lakers in the 80s, the Bulls in the 90s. But I guess fans have a complaint because they feel those teams came together more organically compared to what seems to be a movement by free agents that has led to dominant championship teams, although the Warriors pretty much have built their championship team through the draft.
And he can't get the first one. Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And, Kevin, you don't stay a perennial 6th Man of the Year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
And he sinks the second.
Kevin, we always talk about it. I mean, those second-round picks who turn out to be gems, no one thought Williams would end up at the free throw line as much as he does.
And the shot no good from McRae.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Morris passes to McRae. Here's Craig. And here's Porter. He's got 10. 6 on the shot clock. Here's McRae. That 3 off the mark. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. On the wing, Williams. He's got 8. Pass to Zubats. Porter with a block. For 3, Millsap. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Jackson looking around. Pass to Zubats. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Here's Harrell. They get it back. Jackson. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Jackson's got his first points of the game.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Williams dishes to Jackson. Back to Williams. Harrell down low. Covered by Morris. The shot's good.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Millsap inside. Jackson on him. Millsap misses.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
The pass to Porter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The Nuggets have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off. Green is checked in for Zubas. That's off as well, so he misses both.
And just so frustrating for a team when you collectively go cold at the line. And that's happened to them here in the second half.
Down low. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. For Los Angeles, they have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11.
Landry Shamet at the line for 2.
That free throw good from Shamet. Both shots good from the stripe. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Morris against Jackson. To the inside. And there's Porter on the assist by Morris. 12 points for Michael Porter.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Here's Williams. 8 points for him. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Clippers have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. And the technical free throw is good. From deep. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Los Angeles on top, opening up a huge gap. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. The Nuggets trail by 20, and Denver will start the 4th quarter with. We've got Will Barton. Porter is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's McRae, and it's Craig in at the 3 slot. And here is Los Angeles now. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. It's tipped.
Can't take the reach and length of Barton lightly. Effective at using it to snuff out shots.
And too long on the shot.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
5 on the clock. There's Jackson with the 3. Porter pulls it in.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Lets it go from 11. Rebounded by Jackson. Los Angeles leading by 18. Shot from 16. And the Clippers miss again.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
McRae kicks to Craig. Shamet with the steal. And he finishes the break with the lay-in. And the Clippers lead by 20.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
I think one of the best ways, guys, to score in transition is that quick hitter after the first burst.
Near the 3-point line, it's Millsap. The Nuggets with another miss. Here's Jackson. Lays it up off the glass.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Nuggets have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. Denver calls timeout.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
So for the Clippers, Morris comes in for Green, and it's Leonard in for Landry Shamet. Denver also making some changes. Jokic, he's checked in for Michael Porter. Gary Harris comes in for McRae, and it's Jamal Murray in for Torrey Craig. Harris, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Here's Barton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Lou Williams. And Clark, one thing that makes Will Barton so good is that he fits right in among any group of players.
And I like the pace he plays with, guys. He doesn't seem to force the issue. He lets the game come to him, and when he has opportunities to explode, he usually does. He's always moving. He's active at both ends. He's a high-quality performer.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Barton. Clark, the two-way contract, a relatively new invention that gives players time in both the G League and the NBA.
I love it, Kevin, because it's another pathway for those aspiring to be NBA players to have a legitimate shot to make their dream come true. The G League is just a notch below the NBA in terms of overall talent. And so I love the fact that players who desire to be pros can have a pathway to get to the NBA by being part of the G League as well.
And these G League players are having an impact, aren't they? They're making a difference on a lot of teams.
40% of the players in the league have spent some time in the G League, so it speaks to the impact the G League has on the NBA.
And that one misses. And, you know, there are so many things to like about Jokic's game, Clark, and his footwork is right near the top.
I would agree with that, Kevin. His footwork is exquisite. I mean, it is top shelf. This guy does not get enough credit for his pivoting, but his hands are great. His touch is phenomenal. He loses a lot of defenders when he's back to the basket with that footwork of his. I tell you, I was so impressed when I locked into him with my isolated camera during the playoffs. The Joker is no joke.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Millsap.
You look at Paul Millsap, one of my favorite players, came into the league after 3 years of college as an undersized power forward who has shown that he not only can rebound but has become an all-star scorer too.
And so Paul Millsap nails both of them. And year in and year out, Paul Millsap finds a way, Clark, to get it done.
He does, guys. I mean, he's just rock solid. An all-star player multiple times. All he does is help his team win, and he does it in ways beyond just scoring and rebounding. He can open up space with his shooting. He's an outstanding passer, and he's also good at the defensive end and picking people's pockets.
And the rejection by Harrell. Here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got 23 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Boy, it seems like he's gotten a little loose with it since halftime. His fingers may be a little slick or slippery. He went from no turnovers in the first half to quite a few here in the second.
Here's Magruder, guarded by Harris. Knocked away. Man passes to Magruder. Pass to Man. The 3. Plumlee with the rebound. The Nuggets have gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. And Bates Diop gets it to go.
And you could just see the foot speed was an issue for the defender there as he just sails in for the layup.
Man passes to Harrell. Pass to Magruder. We've seen some ugly incidents last few years, Clark, between players and heckling fans. Can anything be done to fix it?
I think security in the arenas is important. Fans oftentimes that go across the line in interacting with players are usually fueled by alcohol. I don't know how you could control that element of it. The incidents are few and far between. We have seen a few more, but I still don't think it's an epidemic. But I think security, and then each team and each franchise should really be educational with its fans about what's acceptable behavior and what won't be tolerated.
And there's the pass to Man. 5 to shoot. Pass to Magruder. Here's the 3. Denver grabs the miss. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Passes it to Mann. And it's in there.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Pass to Vonleh. Murray outside. Here's Plumlee. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And one area, Clark, that Mason Plumlee doesn't get enough credit in is his playmaking. He does a great job at that as a center.
I could not agree with you more. He's an outstanding passer, but when you're playing with Jokic, you sometimes get overlooked in terms of how well he passes it. But he does a good job and is really solid off the bench. Plumlee moves well, he's active, and he's a rim protector defensively, too.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Well, Clark, at the college level, a coach was recently offered a lifetime contract. Think we'll ever see that in the NBA?
Well, you can't quite say never.
Right.
I said in college basketball, I never thought in my lifetime I'd see a 16 beat a 1 seed.
Right.
So never say never, but it's not going to happen.
Well, but you've got a lifetime contract doing this, so I guess it does happen in some quadrants.
Well, you got information that I don't have.
To the middle, here's Leonard. Count that bucket. Leonard's got 16 here in the second half.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Harris inside. The shot, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. Mann passes to Magruder. Shoots from the line. Plumlee with the rebound. The Nuggets shooting not great, 40% for the game. Leonard with the steal. The pass to Mann. Patterson with it. It's hauled in by Bates-Diop.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Pass to Vonleh. Now here's Plumlee. Clock at 6. Shoots over Zubac. The shot's good from Plumlee. Clark, here's kind of an interesting perspective question for you. How much of making it to the NBA is talent? How much of it is the work you put into it?
Kevin, if I were to give this a ratio, I would probably say 65% talent, 35% work ethic.
Wow.
Because you have to have a level of unique giftedness to be an NBA player. Many can work really hard and not be NBA caliber. So I think there's, I tilt that 65-35 talent to work ethic.
Man. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Murray. That one off the back iron and out.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
Plumlee with the steal. Here's the break. And the basket by Harris. Harris has got 5 points now this quarter.
Boy, you like Gary Harris in these transition situations. He's so effective because he knows exactly how to break the defense down in the open court.
Here's Mann. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Plumlee's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Harris dishes to Murray. 6 on the shot clock. Passes it to Plumlee. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Can't be thrown any better. That bounce pass hit him right in stride.
Clippers leading by 19 points. Pass to Zubac to the left wing. Shot clock at 6. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's Mann. Softly drops in the floater. And the Clippers lead by 21. And it's Harris with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. There's the pass to Millsap. And it's sent back by George.
Terrific focus from George there, reading the shooter the entire way through. A great shot block.
Williams against Murray. Goes up at the stripe. Williams can't hit. The Nuggets trail by 21. Murray outside. Pass to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. Back to Murray. Passes it to Barton. 5 on the clock. He kicks it to Millsap. From the arc. No good that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Pass to Williams. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. Murray against George. Here's Leonard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to go on Will Barton.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
First one falls for him. But for a while now, you and I were just talking, we've had a rule that a team cannot go without a first-round pick in consecutive years. Could it be time to lift that restriction?
I certainly wouldn't mind discussing lifting the restriction, but I like it as it is on the books because it does lend itself, I think, to competitive balance. And that's important in the strength of the league.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
You know, when he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Los Angeles.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kawhi Leonard.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Man, covered by Morris.
And that's just great work there to get in the shooter's face and then go and corral that backboard.
Bates Diop, the pass to Morris. And here's Vonleh. The pass to McRae. Here's Bates Diop. Patterson defending. Bates Diop misses. Outside Leonard. So the Clippers winning this one easily. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go.